So there's a verse that says, "Blessed is the man whose quiver is full of children, who has a quiver full of children, and that they are arrows against the enemy." And like, if you think about that, like, every child is a blessing from the Lord. Of course, He will find a way to provide and make a way. And the devil would like you to believe that you are limited, that there is no way, that God's not going to make a way. And if you feel like led that you can complete after having one or two children or however many, that's fine. I'm not telling you to just have an infinite amount of children. But what I am saying is that every child is literally a weapon against the enemy. Every child that we have, that's why, like, whenever we're persecuted in different countries, if someone is pregnant and they are in these, like, concentration camps, or like, just, I don't know what to call it, like, they're just being punished for believing in Christ, they will literally abort, and if a child is born alive, they will kill it. That is how strong it is to have a child. That is how much it means to have a child born of Christ. If you think about that, and you just think about how there are so many people just freely getting rid of their children, like, not for any medical reason, but just because they don't think they can do it, that's really sad. There are people being forced to abort their kids, like, against their will. They can't do anything about it. They're shackled up. And we're over here just saying, yeah, go ahead, just do it. I just want to do it. I'm sorry, but this took a turn. This took a big turn. Like, like, there are people out there who, like, how much more proof do you need that God is real, that the Bible is real? Tell me, what other religion or belief gets you literally, like, killed, or they kill your children, they kill the child that's inside of you? If that is not enough for you to believe, then I pray the Lord would open your eyes to see and your ears to hear, because clearly they are not open, and your ears aren't open and your eyes are closed. And we all need Jesus. We all need Jesus, but like, I don't care if people don't like me, if they say hate comments. I really don't. But think about that. Like, think about what I just said. Like, we are such a threat to society that people are literally killing us because of what we believe. Because we believe that Jesus came, and He came to wash away all of our sins. He came and He took the ultimate punishment, ripped His skin, put a crown of thorns, like a whole head, like, not just a like little crown, like what we think, like, took the ultimate punishment to save us, and then died again 3 days later, or rose again 3 days later after He died, sorry. Like, to give us freedom. And there's people that would like for us to stay afraid, to stay oppressed, to stay in this system that they've created. for us to just do a lot of things that back when we didn't have to do. Like, people would openly trade for things or just give things away because they had an abundance of it, and now we're so greedy that, and lazy. I mean, I'm lazy. I'll say that for sure. I'm lazy. I feel like I could be doing so much more, but this society has just made us so lazy that we can't even, like, make our own gardens. I know that some people do, but we used to, all work together and trade different jobs, like different things that we specialized in. And man, would I love to see that nowadays. Like, I would love to see, like, people trading services. And I have seen, like, since I'm a photographer, like, people will trade, like, photography services for photography services. But, like, how much more richer would it make us if we were to do that now? Like, I would go tend a field just to get food. I would do it. I would help somebody with tending to their animals to get milk or cheese or butter or whatever, like, or meat. I would put in the work to do that. And instead of getting money, I would get like what I needed. And I don't know. I'm going off the rails here, guys, because it's such a dark world. We're so focused on money. And I mean, even I still struggle with being focused on money, because that's how our society has made us. And maybe you should yell at me and tell me to go join the Amish or something. I don't know. I've been thinking about it, maybe. But I also don't want to be so restricted in some things. But I honestly think they have like a good, like, understanding and idea of, like, how things could work without really having the outside world in their world. We still get stuff from them. They build things. They build them well. They do take cash now, but I don't know. You just listen to me and my opinions, or don't care. It's okay. I'm just passionate about some things, and like, really passionate about abortion, and really passionate about people being persecuted all around the world. And it's not that no one cares, it's just like no one knows what they can do about it. Well, you could pray about it. You could donate to missionaries that are in fields, all around the world that, can't even say what they're doing, because if they did, they would be persecuted, they would be killed. So that's what you can do. You can pray. It doesn't require any money, it just requires time. Or you can find a local church, and most churches have missionaries. I know mine does. And you can just give to missions. I probably think almost any church has like a text to give, or something like that, where you can give to missionaries, and it goes to them. It doesn't go to the church. when I first got saved, my first prayers were about the world, were about the people, and no one talked to me about it. God just showed it to my heart, and someone made a post recently on Instagram or Facebook, and it reignited that, like, because it's just in the back of my head, and I thank God that He brought it to the forefront of my mind. How messed up is the world around us? And then it had me thinking, and maybe this is just a little too outlandish, maybe, but like, what if there's like secretly like that kind of stuff going on in the United States? I wouldn't put it past us. I wouldn't put it past, because especially since there's been a lot of Muslim leaders, and we just, not that like they're inherently bad, because I'm sure there's some good people out there, but there's probably some bad people out there that are not treating people with respect with a different religion from them. And if you read, their holy book, I think that's the Quran, you would see how they are to treat people that believe differently than them, and it is not well. It's not well at all. It pales in comparison to just regular not being nice to somebody. So I felt like the Lord brought that to my mind last night, and I was like, okay, God, I'm just gonna pray even harder. And I'm not targeting nobody. This is something that God has brought to my attention, and I've quit like social media except for YouTube, and I think I probably already said that. And it's just opened my mind more. God's like, dive in deep, don't stop. And if this video somehow gets taken down, you know why. Because there is so much truth in it that people are afraid. I'm so serious about wanting to start ministry. I'm so serious. Like, I didn't even say it yet, but I really would like to, since I was like touched inappropriately when I was younger, I would love to go to schools and, with the permission of the school or the parents, to talk about what that is, and that it's not okay, and that no one should ever do that. And I felt guilted because of my specific situation, where I was given money, and like the devil would whisper, well, you got pleasure out of it, but it was wrong, because it was a man that was 30 years old and I was 7, and this kept happening until I was like 12 or 14. So I'm really, really passionate about everything that I talked about here today. And if you're passionate about it, and you would like me to maybe post something, like either you could show your kids or something to give you an understanding of what I would say, I will work on that. Because it's just not right that kids just get the PG-2 version of what happens. Like, I never understood. Like, they had a video that they showed us in elementary school, but it didn't show you how it happened. Like, it showed you what would happen after it happened, like how the egg and sperm come together and make a baby, right? but it didn't emphasize how it happened and like what's not okay. Like, I think that every single child should be taught by their parents what their spots are. And I have taught my daughter, this is called your vagina and this is your butt. And she calls them exactly that, because I don't want anyone to think that I don't want anyone to think that if she calls it something else, that's what it's supposed to be called, is some nickname for it. Because I've heard too many horror stories about things being called cookie, and like kids telling parents that someone ate their cookie, and what that really meant was that they were, you know, and yeah, if this video gets taken down, it's because I have said some things that, you know, are gonna shake the foundation of people, and just, yeah, I don't care who I've said was saying what I've said, because it's something that God has brought to my mind, and so I'm going to speak out about it. And there's, so many other things that God has spoke to my mind that I need to speak about, but I'm trying to only put it out in bite-sized pieces, and I've already spent 17 minutes talking, and I really only wanted to spend 3 minutes talking so I could create another short. But maybe I'll post this video to YouTube, and then I'll go back and I'll put it into sections. I don't know, just so it can kind of get out there better than, I guess, a regular video. But anywho, I'm gonna get off of here and do some things that I forgot about. But